All right. Hello, everybody. I've been waiting to test this out for a long time, and I think this may be a time period where I can actually be with you guys on a daily basis. If I and this is real. I'm on the West Coast, so I was thinking of getting up, maybe Shango live at 5 on my end, which would be 7. That's really early. That's really early in Texas. That's really early for you. If I do 6, you can say it's 6 o'clock now. It's right, almost 6. It's 5:51 now. So we'll see how many people come in, because if I can make a video right now, I can talk about whatever I need to talk about at the day. We can cut it up and we can send it out, and everybody can, comment on whatever we were talking about in that morning, even if you're still asleep right now. But it's real early for most people. And secondly, I'm always up playing this game, messing with my roster and things of that sort. So I could be up playing the game, and we can talk about Dalvin Cook and all that kind of stuff. Now there's 12 people out there. That's enough. That's enough for me. That's actually pretty good for this early in the morning. I didn't think. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Now it's 15. It's growing. What are y'all doing this morning? But I take the kids. Well, I start waking the kids up around 6:30. I wake them up, get them started, and then I'm out of the house for school around 7:10ish. 7:12 is my cutoff when I start screaming. and then I can be back here, and after that or whatever. But then when I get back here, the day has started. It's a totally different thing when I get back here, because the day has started and all this kind of stuff. And it's hard. What's up, Cowboys Corner? Man, I am checking out a new time slot and see if I can get up early and see who would be up this early with me to talk about some Cowboys. Yes, I actually do think Cook is Cook. I was thinking something else about Cooks. I was like, if how long Dalvin Cook has been dangling around the NFL, being poked and prodded by teams and rumored to go here, blah 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 blah. But it's been very, it's not been much ballyhoo or whatever about it. But if he had been signed by, say, like the Colts or Jaguars, or you know where I'm going. If he got signed by any of the Saints, you know what I'm saying, would he even crack the news? I mean, just barely. It would be like the Dalvin Cook got signed, and we'll see if you got anything in the tank, and move on. It wouldn't be this, well, he did this 3 years ago and 4 years ago, blah, 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 and maybe he can, and Christian McCaffrey's only blah, 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 blah. It wouldn't have been all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's, in my opinion, all the Dalvin Cook stuff is a part of the usual Dallas Cowboys show, and we'll wait and see what he actually has on the field before we get actually excited to think Dalvin Cook could do something for our running back room. That's how I look at it. Oh, you're at work. I know. And you know what, Cowboys Corner? I'm probably gonna be live moving forward, because the kids are older now, and they love the fact that I am a YouTuber. They do. They love it. So I'll be here on YouTube for a minute. What's up, the Madden Sticks? Yeah, the Ducks took a fail, man. The Ducks took a fail, and it's all my fault. What's good? What's good, Michael Barnes? Shall I explain to everybody what happened to those Ducks? Well, actually, to be honest, in my opinion, we exceeded expectations, because I'm not a deep in the playoff. I'm not even really a second round playoff type gamer. I'm oh my God, I made it to the playoffs. That's me. And this year it was, I made it to the playoffs uh, there was some little drama with me getting there, but the drama we getting there was actually that's a little lesson in life. You may have some drama, but the drama might be setting up something better for you in the future. You know what I'm saying? So just don't worry about the drama. But there was some drama, it threw me off, but I still got into the BCS, and then I won my first round game versus North Carolina State, and then one of my arch nemesis I was playing, and I had just played him, and I was really cocky because I beat him when I just played him, and so I didn't foresee me having to worry about anything special. I can think I could just go in and play a strong game and possibly win or whatever. But that same day, my Madden League started, and this thing hit me with a -10 confidence on my Madden squad. So my whole Madden squad had just dropped in overall before I played my first game. So I was really emotional about that, crying about it, crying. I wasn't paying attention. Meanwhile, he was over there going through my playbook. And he jumped every route. It was like I was playing a totally different person. He jumped every short route because I especially Oregon, I played the short, long game or whatever. I'm gonna continue to do it. That's not gonna stop me. But I threw a lot of interceptions. Of course, with a short pass, you throw an interception with a short pass, it's gone all the way back. So yeah, it was a tough game for me. And I'm ready, but the Ducks had a very good season. They got some great recruits. I got faster receivers than Evan and Tez. So even if Evan goes to the NFL, I know Tez is going because he's a senior. If Evan goes to the NFL, then I still have some super fast 98 speed and a 97 speed. And the 98 speed is an elite development receiver. So I'm Gucci at receiver. Oh, that's Johnny. Yeah, I knew it. I knew the Madden Sticks. John. This is the guy. The Madden Sticks is the guy who's going to be playing in the Natty, Ohio State. He was my other loss this year. No problem, Cowboys corner. Yeah, back to Dalvin Cook. Yeah, I just think if just a normal team got him, no one would be talking about him. No one would be talking him up. No one, that would just like it'd be a serious wait and see thing. So with us, yeah, it should be wait and see. Yes. And you're stacked at receiver too. He's Ohio State, and it's something about those teams, man. It is NCAA is really realistic when you're going up against a defense like Ohio State and Alabama. It just gets smothering, and they're like everywhere. It's like an athlete everywhere, and you just can't penetrate it. It's college football is crazy. And one more thing before I move on with that college football, just the hectic nature of who gets into that BCS from what we experienced playing this game, the real life version is going to be wild. They're going to have so much fodder to talk about, so much complaining to do, so much this. It's going to be, just wait on it. Just wait. It's going to be crazy. Cooks and Zeke is fine. We'll draft our future running back next year. I like young legs. And I watched Zeke a lot last year, and it's just I don't know what they have. If I was confident to know they really still had like the X factor to do things in the playoffs or late in the season or whatever, but we just haven't seen it in so long, And they were in places where the younger guys were outperforming them. Visually outperforming them. Like Brees and my guy in New England. So we'll see. We'll see. Go Rams. Stafford's the best quarterback. Stafford better watch out for the guy he got traded for, Goff. Goff might be better than Stafford this year. That's crazy. What's up, Callie? Welcome. Hey, man, if you can make it here this early in the morning, we're going to have a show. We're going to have a show all season. That would definitely work. You know what? And why don't I don't have the, hold on. I'm so silly. I keep forgetting the music. I need morning music though. Hold on. Let's see. No jazz. Or nah. No trap noir. That's night. Live streaming. Jungle trap. Oh, there was another one. Yeah, I have nothing here but regular stuff. Oh, lo-fi. There we go. Lo-fi works in the morning. Ah. There we go. Good morning, everyone. This works. Yeah, it's early out here. Yeah, you can't drink the Kool-Aid this season, but I tell you one thing. Let me turn it down just a little bit. You can't drink the Cowboys Kool-Aid, but it's hard for me to believe that the Commanders, the Giants. I mean, that should be 4 victories right there. You know what I'm saying? And the Eagles, I'm like yelling at everybody. This Eagles thing is just as fake as our fakest season, or just as fake as their fakest season. I would be shocked, not surprised. I would be shocked if the combination of Kellen Moore and Jalen Hurts works. Jalen Hurts is a runner. Kellen Moore is not a runner. Kellen Moore is a passer. Jalen Hurts is not a passer. They don't, even if Kellen Moore is good, which I don't even believe he's good, if Kellen Moore is good, his skill set doesn't match up with Jalen Hurts' skill set. So the combination just to me seems like weird, you know? And then their coach messed up, reportedly, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus here, not Kellen, not anybody, but their coach reportedly was the one who was messing up things last year. So and with us, all we need is Dak and CD, and we're potent enough to beat them. We should be at least split with them. That's what at least beat them once. I don't want to sweep them, of course, but at least beat them once. But for them to be a juggernaut in the league and for us to be chasing them, that's a hard reach for this brain right now. Hey, it's me. And Saquon Barkley, as soon as he got to Philadelphia, he said, "Oh, they must hate Dallas here." You know what I'm saying? It was as a joke, but then he said that it was hard for him to say it, but he's never beaten Dallas. So it's hard for me to sit here and be like, "Oh, they got Saquon," when we have been dealing with Saquon since he was young Saquon, and he's never beaten us. So it's just like, it's hard for me to think that they are going to be the strong team that news media and all that kind of says they're going to be right now. So I'm just going to throw that out with what's happening to us, because maybe, you know, we have to let the games play. Maybe Tolbert really pops, you know, maybe he pops out and shows them something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like Johnny said, maybe the running backs still have stuff in the tank and they want to prove it to you, and it happens. We've seen older running backs be very vital for Super Bowl runs before several times. So we have to let it play out on our end because we know our floor is here. Our floor is 7 to 8 wins, right? Wouldn't everybody agree with that? A horrible season for us would be 7 wins. That's as pretty much as low as we can go in Dallas. So if we can somehow, with some players that will pop, that come out of nowhere, can help us get from 7 wins to say 10 wins, then we're in the playoffs. But what we're in the playoffs, don't talk to me. I ain't got nothing for you. I gotta see a real good football team in the regular season for me to have some kind of for us in the playoffs. But I can definitely see in the regular season. I can definitely see. We're a regular season team. Their defense was nasty last year on paper. Michael Tudo. You remember all the hype over the defensive tackles and all that kind of stuff and this and that and Hassan Riddick and everything. Their defense is always, man. That's why I said it seems to be like that year when they had that super team that looked like beautiful on paper, but you still got to play the game. I mean, there's a scheme involved. And I'm really not saying this to hate on the Eagles, because y'all know I don't do that here. I hate the Eagles, of course, but I don't sit here and drag other teams. That's not what I'm doing here. It's just, I'm just being honest, because if it was the Cowboys and we had a passing offensive coordinator with a passing offensive scheme and our quarterback was Justin Fields, I would have a problem. That's just, it's just common sense to me. Our Discord, yes, the Madden Stick says our Discord, if anyone is interested in joining our league, he is the commissioner and the league is going really, 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 really well. Really well. Kellen wasn't a great play. Not only that, Kellen learned from who? Kellen doesn't have his own offense. Kellen's offense was obtained from the Jason Garrett offense. That's where his playbook is. He came up as a young guy. He didn't have his own stuff when he was walking in the door like an established offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? So he had Jason Garrett's thing. So that's Garrett's stuff that we know doesn't really work. So look, man, I'm not dragging the Eagles. Like I say, I'm just going from the information that I have from what I've seen. You know, maybe something happens otherwise, but that's just what I see. Cali Cowboy says, we have become the, hold on, let me put you up there. We've become the Harbor Freight of the NFL. Tools good enough to get you by at home, but not enough to get you back to a post and say, yeah, put serious work. Yeah. We are definitely good enough to get to the playoffs. If we don't get to the playoffs, I'm a little bit shocked and a lot of bit mad. But when we get to the playoffs, I have zero expectations. Not even first round. Not even first round. Zero expectations. Michael Barish is here. Definitely. Time slot is nailed. Time slot is nailed. I will be here pretty much every morning. I will be here. I don't care how loud I get because my daughter's right there. She's not going to wake up. You say, Michael Barry says, I will always support the Star, but I got a sick feeling in my stomach about the year. It's because we just don't know We have no idea what we're about to see. And it really could go bad because so many people are saying, so many people have said it could be bad, and in your mind you don't see it as good as last year. That the negative is taking over for all of us. So hopefully, that's why they got to play the games. Once they play the games and the energy is different, and you see how those boys fight, and they create a personality, some character, then we might see something. So that's why I say we got to wait till we see the games. We got to wait to see. All I can confidently tell you is that we have a floor. We definitely have a floor. We're not going to be less than 6 games. 7 games. Well, let me put you up, Derek. It says, Yo Shango, been watching you and following you while living overseas in Germany. Germany's nice, actually. And Korea. Korea's nice. I just was in Korea this last year. And now in Italy. I've been to Italy. Still love my Cowboys. Hey man, keep traveling, man. I know your perspective of the world is awesome and it's so good. I've seen a few Cowboy fans when I travel around the world like that. So keep repping us abroad. And let me let you know, he has to stay up at weird hours to see the Cowboys, just to get information, just to get news. He has to get news early in the morning. So these Cowboy fans that are over in like Europe and in Southeast Asia and all these kind of places, they're dedicated Cowboy fans because they get news at weird times, very weird times. Thank you, man. Now what Barry say, what time is it? Oh, we got 15 minutes. We got a free agent coach and a free agent quarterback. Exactly. I'm gonna leave that up there, Michael, for a minute. That's the slogan for the season. We have a free agent coach, head coach, and a free agent quarterback. What could go wrong? Oh my goodness. Don, what's up, Don Weedy? How you doing? Yeah, all you guys are here. I love it. Don Weedy says, my sister is marrying an Eagles fan on Saturdays. Should I object or forever? For your sister's sake, you have to forever hold your peace. It's going to give you cancer and you're going to die, but you have to do stuff like that for your family. That's the best I can give you. Will I be streaming the games this season? Yes, sir. Yes, Cosmo. That's basically this week. I'm getting all my equipment better. Like this thing right here, it's a little blurry. This is my AI camera, and I gotta see if I can get this blur out because I just changed it on my Wirecast. If I can change it on the camera and take this blurry out, I will use that. But maybe in this morning, I have my DSLR right here. Let me see it. But I have my DSLR right here that will keep everything real nice, crisp, and clear, which the way I like it. I like crisp video. What's up, Duke? If this hasn't been an official time slot before, this is definitely Duke Bothers, a legend, a YouTube legend is here. So we're gonna be doing this in the morning. It's done. Oh man, here comes my time. Man, look, man. Okay, I'm gonna put your comment up, and I'm gonna explain first. I'm in a love-hate relationship with my no. I'm in a love-hate relationship with the Cowboys and the Clemson Tigers, and the love is low on both of them. And Clemson, I just played with Oregon this year in NCAA because of Clemson, but I've got a small eye on Clemson. So what did you say about Clemson, man? Oh, wrong one up. There we go. we go. My Tigers ain't winning the ACC. Oh, I see your U up there. I'm a little scared of Miami. I really am. Love the FSU game. Yeah, that's what I'm like. The Gators going down. I mean, the FSU going down. Florida State going down was just beautiful. And the Gators go going down on Saturday. That doesn't mean as much to me. But me as a Clemson fan, anytime Florida State can suffer in any way, it just feels good. Finally, the time for the Canes ride. I'm a little scared of Miami. I'm not gonna lie. You got some good young talent there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, all right. We'll see you later. I'll see you later. The Pac-Man days, Cosmo Renner. Cosmo said he's been following me since I created a whole thing on MySpace. I was very communicative. Anybody that would talk to me, I would talk to them back and all that kind of stuff. It was the early days of the internet, and we would break news on that thing. And then I went from MySpace to another website, and then from that website to YouTube. I got to YouTube in 2006, and I've been here ever since. And I'll be to YouTube forever. My home. You know, a Cowboys. Oh, must have been a tough. Joe DFW Aviation says he knows a Cowboy fan that was married to a Packers fan. I know that had to be the roughest thing. I mean, I have to deal with so much with her being a Vikings fan, and the Vikings are losers. So for someone to have lost that game, ugh. Michael Barish, that is a good question right here. We were tossing up maybe moving or not moving or whatever, because I told you when we got this house, for me it wasn't permanent. I wanted somewhere where I can have my studio, because I want my studio so bad. So I have the designs for the studio. I think I may have shown y'all whatever the studio, whatever. I have the designs for it, but the price to build it now against the price before the pandemic it's like almost 3 times as much. And I'm like, man, with AI and all this kind of stuff, and also shoot, that much money I can put an ADU in the backyard and just, you know what I'm saying? There's so much more you can do than to build onto a house like that now, because it's just so expensive. So we just decided against it, because and it's hard. It's gonna be hard to recoup that much money back to put it in the price of your house if you decide to sell your house. So that's what happens. But in the next house, I ain't buying nothing if I ain't got a studio in it when I'm walking in the door, Michael Barish. I did this one for the family. This is my studio for the family. Like, I had little kids, but the next house, if you ain't got a big studio, I ain't getting in it. Thank you. Great question. That was actually a thing going on in my household this past week. Clemson's tight end is at least, you know what, Michael Barish says Clemson Tigers tight end is a beast, at least according to the game. I am so full of knowledge on college football now that I haven't had for years because of that game. I appreciate that. But for the NFL, I know everybody on Madden. I know everybody's attributes. I know how fast they are. I know if you have quick agility. I know from a glance, I know exactly what type player you are. So now that's happening for college football in the smaller sets, because it's just overloaded with players. But the main players, I'm actually, getting to know fairly well. Thank you, EA, with all the other heartbreak you give me. I appreciate you for that. We should win ACC. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Johnny. I still can't like the Buckeyes. It goes way back with me. I'm old. Y'all did some stuff to us. It goes back. The longest running. Thank you, Duke Bogger. Duke Bogger. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I was telling someone that I was at my son's soccer practice or whatever, and I was talking to other parents, and we were talking about all the young talent out there that's doing this and streaming and everything. And you cannot imagine, and Duke is probably the same. You cannot imagine how excited we are to see all these young people, all these new talent. For me to be able to hang out with Law Nation and see him actually do his thing is amazing, because it's a new game of the same thing. And we're the only ones that really know how much work these young people are doing. I know how much work Law Nation is doing. I know how much work they're doing over there, and all these outlets for the Cowboys that are doing. I mean, Duke, the Cowboys have the best YouTube presence by far, our social media presence from us, not from them, from us. The fan base, it's easy. Better than anybody else, and we did have a part of that. You had a big part of that. Sorry, he's a Buckeye fan though. I know. Don Whitty says, my wife hates football, my mother-in-law supports the Commanders. Both celebrate Cowboys losses. Your next house, yeah, put your foot down, Don Weedy. Your next house is going to buy a man cave. Don't they do that to us? Don't they do that to us? If I walked in this house and the kitchen was this big, I walked in our master bedroom and she didn't have a closet for her shoes, so I had to make sure she had a big nice kitchen and a closet. So they do it to us. A man cave. Oh yeah, Jay Tuck is awesome. Yes, sir. It was a pleasure to be able to hang. And everybody has it's their. And not only that, Duke Bothers, the energy that we always had between us, we always kept it good. Always, it was never any kind of competition or I need to be bigger than you. None of that stuff even existed in our mental space. And you feel that with them too. You know what I'm saying? When I was hanging out with Tuck, when I was hanging out with Law and all this kind of stuff, it's just straight love and fun. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giddy about how things have transpired. What's up, Justin Wesley? Yeah, that's a great question. The Bear puts the question that I'm going to leave on right here. All right, Shango, do you think the front office signs Dak before the season starts? That, I feel like that it would be weird if it didn't. It would be surprising. It would be surprising because if the news of Dak being signed comes out within the next, before the season or whatever, it's going to be shocking news because they're not in talk. We're not hearing them being in talks, all this kind of stuff. So if we hear that, it would be kind of shocking. But then if the season goes and Dak rolls out there, if Friday before the season goes through and there's, Saturday and then college games, and Sunday comes and he takes a snap for the Cleveland Browns, in my mind, I'm like, Dak, what are you thinking? Didn't you go through this before? It's just not, it wouldn't be, yeah. So I'm weirded out by the whole Dak Prescott thing. But in my mind, CeeDee Lamb does not sign a contract until he knows that he has a quarterback that's going to get the ball to him. And if our quarterback isn't Dak Prescott, we have no idea who it's going to be. We have nobody in waiting. We have no number one draft pick coming up, or we can get a stud from college or whatever. We have nothing set up for quarterback. So also the reason why it get weird, if we don't sign him now, knowing this, knowing we have no other option, if we don't sign Dak now, we're flirting around with 65 million next year, 70 million, and who knows what we're messing with next year. So if everything tells you to get it done now, but we just hadn't heard anything. So that's how I'll leave it. Michael Barrett said these guys were posted from Camp. I was talking to him too, Michael Barrett. I was sending Law, and I think I talked to Tuck. I don't know if I think I talked to Tuck. But I was sending them texts too, and Law hit me up when Omar Epps was there, and I've been waiting to run into Omar Epps at one of Dallas practices, whatever. But he got to chop it up with Omar, and I text Omar after. I was like, I missed you, man. And but I said, I missed you out there, but I'm hanging out with LeBron. Jerry thinks the star will have him losing Dak in free agent. Every legendary set for life, yeah. Yeah, I have no idea how I feel about this year, but hey, it's about to start. So, all right, I'll probably be on this weekend playing my games or whatever. I may stream Johnny since you guys know Johnny now. I may stream his national championship game to either tonight or tomorrow. So I may be doing that, and I definitely will be streaming my Cowboys game. So I should be active on here this weekend since I'm generally set up. I still have to do my scoreboard for the games and things of that sort. So I got to set up my stream for the games, and I might have some surprises in for you. So hopefully we'll have a better live stream experience this year than before, because I'm going to put a little more extra love into it. All right, guys, let me go get my day started.